What's up, YouTube? So in this live, first off, please mind me if my voice sounds different because earlier, I was driving around at nighttime and I was like screaming, I was yelling, I was releasing a lot of pent up emotions and a lot of pent up like anger and aggression from the things I have experienced. So, yeah. So my voice feels different. Just don't mind that. But it's part of my healing journey so I can release. But this video game topic, the reason why most people or some, I guess most people are like very shitty is because a lot of people um they lack a lot of knowledge when it comes to spirituality. The reason why people like to throw shade at other people, the reason why people like to project their anger and abuse other people, it could be family members, it could be friends, coworkers, people you don't know, strangers. The reason why they like to mess with people or like they like to provoke people to get a reaction is because hang on. It's because they themselves lack spiritual knowledge. They don't know why they're experiencing the things they're experiencing, and they don't know how to process their trauma or their pain or the things they've experienced that made them feel like they weren't worth anything. So, for example, I'm gonna use a spirituality as example. So, if the average person they don't know spirituality, right? So, in this matrix, this world programs people to not even learn about spirituality. If you know about spirituality, you're going to be aware that like spirituality has a lot of open perspectives and you have to have an open mind when it comes to spirituality. Most people don't have an open mind. They don't even know about spirituality because schools, the system don't teach people that. And that's the objective of the system. So you have a person who knows, let's say you have a person who knows about spirituality, right? So I'm using my life for example. So me, if I go through bad things in life, if I go through very traumatic, horrible things in life, since I have a lot of spiritual awareness, I'm aware that like one that is more than likely spirit or God or the universe is probably putting me through that shit so I can learn lessons. Or it could be some type of karmic energy I need to balance out so I can learn from. Or I meant to, or it could be spiritual warfare where like I'm literally a victim and this demonic entity is trying to attack me. Or it could be maybe because I have such a strong, powerful spirit, or I have an important life mission that God is gonna put me through like very tough, hard situations in life to where like if I'm able to overcome these, which I will, then I'm gonna come up to the other side to help a lot of people and to make a huge influence within this world. And if not this world, then at least make a huge influence within my life, my family's life, or people's lives. And that's what I mean about having knowing about spirituality, or if you're simply going through tough times or like if you're going through traumatic shit, just know that you could put your focus to the things that you enjoy doing. So let's say you enjoy working out. Let's say you enjoy running. Let's say you enjoy painting. You enjoy making music. So put all your focus into that and become the better version of yourself. And all the painful experiences, you can use that to give you more energy, to access more creativity, to use that shit to gain more drive, to become better at your craft and at your goals, and be able to live life more passionately, be more intense. You know what I'm saying? But people who are very shitty, people who are bullies, people who are assholes in this world, within family members, strangers, people in this world, they lack spirituality, they lack knowledge. And even if they do know about spirituality knowledge, they're not strong enough or they're too pussified to even face themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm using my life for example. With my videos, yes, I cuss a lot. Yes, I talk shit a lot. I talk shit to my enemies. I'll never talk shit to people I'm cool with. I'm only talk shit to people who cause me a lot of trauma and pain when I didn't even do anything. But I don't do that shit in real life. I don't go around, start messing with people, start name calling them, starting problems with people. I don't do that shit. In real life, I actually focus on my goals. I focus on my happiness, and I try to treat people how I want to be treated. I treat people with respect. And if people do come across me very negative, or if they do try and start some shit, I ignore it. Or I just don't. I pay them no attention. Especially in the military, when because there are times where I've dealt with disrespectful people, people who are bitchy and people who are like I've dealt with people who are actually like yelling at me for no reason or trying to embarrass me in front of other people, and I didn't, and me, I didn't even react towards anything. I didn't even react. I didn't give him my emotions or anything like that. I was look at them all calmly and nothing. And now, moments later, days, weeks later, they feel regretful or like they feel dumb and like they're forced to like see my accomplishments or like it always plays out to where like certain people in the military and the company will give me some type of like recognition for the things I'm doing that's good, or I get some type of compliments, and they're always the same people who are around. So just be non-reactive, pretty much. Unless it's someone lays a hand on you or threatening you, then call other authority figures to back you up or defend yourself if needed be. But if someone's trying to name call you, talk down on you, just ignore it. Because again, I study a lot of psychology, spirituality, and demonic entities, and people are influenced by demonic entities, or they like to project their trauma, so they want a reaction off of you. And don't take it personal when people do yell at you, because that's how they feel. And I've noticed the same people who are like try to yell at me or try to like give me a hard time. These people are actually going through personal problems, which it wasn't even me. I wasn't even the problem in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, I'm gonna use my family members for example. So my family members, they're experiencing a thing called a generational curse. Now I observe their lives. They're not doing well in life. They're not happy with their lives. They're not happy people. They're very shallow. They can't manifest jack shit with their lives, and they've been through a lot of traumatic things earlier in their life. And unfortunately, they see a person like me who's very spiritually aware, who's very like abundant, and I know myself compared to them, and so then I'm less tolerable of disrespect. So whenever I'll call them out or whenever I'll defend myself or I tell them what they're doing is wrong, they deflect, they lie, or they have so much shame and guilt that this is why they do the things they do. They dodge accountability and they like to put the blame game on me. If anything, they want to attack me and lie towards other family members to attack me. This is what a lot of damaged people and a lot of losers do in life. So when they're going through hard times, they don't have the balls or the courage or the strength or even the willpower to heal themselves or to even be aware what the fuck they're doing or to take accountability. So when they see a person like me or someone who's very like who's trying to become the better version of themselves, they want more out of life to live life their on authentic selves. They're gonna look at that person as a threat towards them because that person is a reflection of how much of their shortcomings, pretty much of how if they see people that are going far in life, that are doing the healing work and they want more out of life, it's gonna remind them of how shitty they are. So this is why they find ways to target you or to like project towards you or to have other people to gang up on you. Unfortunately, a lot of people actually experience this, especially within family systems. This is where you get your envy, your jealousy from. I understand part of it is spiritual warfare, where you do have demonic entities influencing their minds to attack a certain individual. I get it, but I'm more so talking about at a human level, at a human perspective. But yeah, but I'm actually surprised that a lot of people actually experience this shit. You know, man, but it just shows how fucking sad most people are. And the reason why people are like this, I'm not giving them a pass, but my conclusion is the fact that we live in a world where like everything is so controlled and restricted and manipulated to where a lot of people is forces them to do things they don't want to do, such as them forcing to work out of 9 to 5 and being forced to be around people they don't want to be in order for them to survive, to have a vehicle, to have certain resources based on societal programming and based on this world programming. Because we're not living life, we're just surviving. So everything is controlled and restricted because we're ruled by corrupt people that rule over the system. um it's been going on for over thousands of years, but this system is one of the reasons why a lot of people have such a shitty mindset. And it makes sense because even their diet is not even proper. Like a lot of people are like they're dying from heart attacks and diseases because they're coping with life. They're not living life, they're coping with life because life is stressful. We're not living life, we're trying to survive. We're not animals, we're human beings. So for us to having to live in a system to where we're forced to work just so for us to survive and provide for our families or for ourselves and loved ones, that's not life. That's surviving. You know what I'm saying? So it's this whole system's so fucked up. And this reality and this realm is fucked up too. Just the fact that this reality allows this shit like this to happen. So we live in a hell realm. But that's what I mean. This is what happens when you know about spirituality, because you have the awareness of like, okay, not the reason why, because you know why people act the way they act, and you know it's not personal, and you know that it's a whole larger scale other than people's programming, the systems programming, but gets deeper because it's not just the systems programming that are influencing people, but it's spiritual, where you have demonic entities that are actually inhabiting into people's minds and bodies that are vibrating low because of the system. But it gets deeper. Now it's not only about spirituality, but it's about this whole system. It's about this realm. It's about this reality. It's about the 3D realm. The 3D realm overrides demonic entities influencing this shit, because now you're gonna look at it. It's not only demonic entities, they're the problem. It's the fucking reality. It's the 3D realm. It's this realm. The fucking realm. The rules and regulations of this realm. Think about it. People want to talk about spiritual possession, people being influenced by demonic entities. Yeah, that is valid. And yes, that is a huge fucking problem because of the system that's causing people to vibrate low. So give room for demonic entities to influence their minds to target people like me and other innocent people. But the main problem is just the rules and regulations of this reality. Even Chauncey, when he talked about this, he even said like just the fact that this reality in this realm even allows corruption and restrictions even to happen. That's the main issue. So this whole human experience in general is all fucked up. So when people try to throw shade or just other people or at me, and you want, and since I have that awareness, I don't take that shit as personal. Don't get me wrong, I still get hurt because I have a nervous system, I have a heartbeat, I have emotions, I have an ego. I still get hurt. And just because I'm in a healing journey, I'm doing the shadow work, and it and I earlier I was screaming and yelling is why I sound different. But the reason why, yes, I have all this knowledge, but I still get triggered by it to a certain extent, depending on what they say. I still get triggered. I still get pissed off. I still feel sad. I still want revenge. Even with family members, I still want revenge. Well, with my family members is different because the things they've done was is they crossed the line to where like I have to defend myself. But that's a different story. But I'm talking about people where like they're just throwing shots at you for no reason. um yes, it's still gonna hurt. I'm not saying like when people throw shots at you, when people are talking shit to you, it's not gonna hurt you. No, it's gonna affect you. It affects me. But and they may even know that too. They may even see it in your facial expression or in your energy or in your aura. But as long as you're not giving them the time of day, as long as you're not letting them know that like it's affecting you, it's hard to explain. But more so, like, yes, it's still gonna affect you. People are still going to be shitty towards you, and people are going to catch you off guard. And these people are dangerous. There's levels to this. There are people. Some people even get killed due to envy and jealousy. People get killed off of that. I know someone who is becoming very big online, and he got killed off of jealousy and shit like that. So this shit is a real thing, especially with family members. Envy and jealousy. It's demonic influence. There's nothing wrong with feeling envy and jealousy. That's part of the human emotion, especially we live in a system to where we're forced to compete with one another, especially with the money system. Of course, we're all gonna feel some type of way towards one another. But at the same time, just like be aware of your emotions and don't feel ashamed. My frame talk about this in her channel where like if you're gonna like it's normal to feel jealousy, but don't shame yourself. My frame on her YouTube channel, she talked about how like if you feel jealous or envy towards someone, you could actually use that energy to it just means that the people you feel envy and jealousy towards, they have the same traits you have. You're just not tapped into that. But once you tap into that, you're not going to feel that jealousy or envy towards someone. Same thing if you feel drawn towards someone, or if you're obsessed with someone, you have the same traits as them. You just got to tap into their traits, and you'll be good. You know what I'm saying? But but yeah. But also another example I like to use, let's just say like life is throwing let's say life is restricting me, right? So you guys watching this, you guys want to agree with me, or even it applies to your life. But with me, I really do feel like life blocks, or spirit, or God blocks a lot of blessings in my life to where I feel like I deserve to have those blessings, such as meeting like-minded people and being in romantic relationships with beautiful women, and having a career where like I enjoy doing and living at a certain area and being around the right types of people and having a certain amount of money. I know for a fact I deserve those things. I put in the work. But I do feel like spirit does block those things from me. So that really pissed me off. That gets me so upset. But like, even though I do let it affect me sometimes, but I don't project that shit towards other people in real life. The only time I'll release this through making YouTube videos, because YouTube is my own therapy. I'm not saying it's an excuse for me to cuss everyone out. And no, it's not an excuse, but I just use that as a platform to release. And I try to use that to inspire other people to want more out of life through wisdom and experience. But how I look at it is, okay, if life is if I feel restricted in life, if life's gonna block a lot of shit from my life, then how I look at it is like, okay, um, just like what Chauncey once said, if you're like a tougher, strong spirit, then life is gonna throw more obstacles towards your way. Or maybe it's a test to where, like, yes, you are meant for great things, but spirit is gonna make you go towards the opposite direction. The test is, are you gonna make it? Or if you're not, if you don't make it, then that's part of the test of you not making it. Therefore, you don't deserve your blessings. Chauncey, when he says something similar like that, and when he said that, he really opened my eyes to where, like, yeah, maybe if you are going through obstacles or challenges or setbacks, it could be a test from spirit to see, yes, you are meant for great things, but they're gonna block a lot of things from your life. Are you still gonna go for your dreams? Are you still gonna have a positive attitude? Are you still gonna um put your head down and put in work? You know what I'm saying? That's a test right there. And if you're gonna pass it, or you're gonna fail it. If you pass it, then you pretty much got all the blessings you want. And Chanson, he mentioned something like that, and he made a great point. So that's what I'm talking about, the importance of spirituality. I'm not saying you have to adopt my mindset or believe in spirituality, but that's how my mindset is. You know, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, but that's one of the reasons why people throw a lot of shade, and they like to harm other people for no reason. Trust me, I've dealt with other people that I don't even know, strangers, people twice my age, twice my height, who would throw a lot of shade, or who would like start some problems with me for no reason out of envy and jealousy, and they'll just do some a lot of I mentioned in my old videos. I'm not gonna explain it, but they've done a lot of weird shit towards me. You'll be surprised if someone feels envy or jealousy, or they want to knock you down off your path. They're gonna do a lot of weird shit. Doesn't matter the age or how big they are. They could be even more successful than you, but they're still gonna do that shit towards you. Part of it, I do believe it is spiritual entities influencing them, because the same people have done that. I've seen their eyes change colors to pitch black, and you know what I'm saying. But that's a different topic. But I have seen, where was I? But yeah, I've even had family members, a stepfather, like people like a lot older than me. I'm the youngest in the family. I'm the youngest one in the family, and people, like, I have siblings older, like twice my height, not twice my height, but twice my age. I had like a stepfather twice my size and in age. You know, my